Hi everybody. I hope you, let me see. There, that's better. Hi, how are you all doing? Welcome. This is the global community for adult survivors of complex trauma. Anyone living with CPTSD symptoms as a result of adverse childhood experiences. And hello to Poppy and hello to Tracy. As you can see, I'm traveling. And I thought it would just be helpful maybe to discuss how different it is to multitask and do these types of things when you're living with CPTSD symptoms. Because different things that would not be scary or frustrating. Hi, Rach. Hi. Oh, I missed. Hold on. Oh, I think it's Azra. Azra? Azara? Let me see if this is wet. Hold on. Ooh, I think that's wet. I'm gonna try to find a place where I can sit where it's not wet. Maybe I'll go over here. I'm at this like college. I just stopped really quick. Hello. So good to see you. Hey. I missed you guys too. Okay, can you all still see me if I sit like this? There, this isn't wet. How about that? Is that okay? Can you still see me? Hi, bye. I know it's kind of dark though. Is that creepy and weird if it's dark? Yes, I hope. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Tavi. So I guess I won't sit here because it's kind of dark. So maybe I'll come over here. There's that better? I can't tell what's good. It's like if I sit down. Yeah, I'm a little dark, darn it. But at least I can sit for a minute. So I thought it would be really helpful. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm so excited that you've chosen to be here. And if you're not new and you've been here for a while, whether it be like 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, or 4 or 5 years, I just want you to know that I'm grateful that you're here. And the traveling that I'm doing right now is a mix of business and seeing my kids. So I got to see my son and daughter-in-law. It was really, really, really wonderful. And but in the midst of all that, I got to really, really make some impactful, good connections. So I met with the ACEs people last night, the Adverse Childhood Experiences organization. They're a national organization. Their studies are funded or collaborated with Kaiser Permanente, if you guys have heard of Vincent Felitti. And basically what they have done with their ACEs science is they have proven causation and correlation between adverse childhood experiences and early death, heart disease, cancer, autoimmune disease, type 2 diabetes, stroke, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and a host of other like autoimmune and other types of illnesses and so forth. So the work that they're doing to prove that adverse childhood experiences are not something that only happens in childhood and then that's it, you're done. It actually stays with you for a lifetime and can cause you a whole bunch of not only really stressful, horrible things, but it can cause you to die early, to have early death. So I got to meet with the ACEs organization last night. my regional rep person who's in charge of Alaska, Washington, Oregon, California, and Hawaii. Her name's Karen, and she's amazing. And we got to just meet up, and she brought me an entire packet of information regarding the work that they're doing and just how I can be more impactful with the work that I'm doing with CPTSD Foundation. So that is the second meeting that I went to. The first one was in Spokane, Washington, and it was a group sort of roundtable, small meetup event for all business owners like myself. And I made some very impactful connections there at that meeting as well, which will help me to further the mission of the foundation, which is to equip complex trauma survivors and practitioners with everything they need to feel better and succeed in life, and to, in the case of practitioners, help their patients more effectively from a trauma-informed perspective, always keeping in mind the most recent and modern neuroscience techniques and technologies and modalities. So this is something that I've been passionate about and that you all have been working with me on for about almost 5 years now, coming up on 5 years. It'll be 5 years in 2019. So that is really, really exciting. And I just wanted to, if I may, I won't be able to do Q&A tonight because I'm traveling and it's cold out and I don't have any light in the car that I'm driving, and I'm trying to make it to my destination before 9 o'clock tonight. So I have about 3 more hours of driving to do. And I've been driving since, let's see, I've been driving for 9 hours and I have 3 more hours to go. So I'm not able to spend the normal full hour with you guys, but I just wanted to pop on and sort of share with you how interesting it is, the things I notice in myself regarding CPTSD symptoms. And I notice them only when I travel. So I'm outside of my routine. I'm away from my trauma therapist. I'm away from my safe environment of my home that I've created for myself. I'm away from all of my conveniences, my modern conveniences, and the things that I do to create pockets of safety in my life, and just to heal my CPTSD symptoms, which is the whole point. So we can feel better and enjoy our lives, and we can heal our CPTSD symptoms and go on to enjoy. So the things that I notice the most when I'm traveling about myself and about others are that I am more able to, there are some pluses and some minuses. So I'm going to go plus, minus, and then I'm going to end on a plus. Okay, so there's going to be, these are the 3 things that I'm noticing about myself and in my own trauma recovery journey, in my CPTSD recovery journey, that I notice when I travel. 3 things. So there's a positive, and then there's a negative, and then there's a positive, okay? So the first positive thing that I notice about myself and about my own perception of things, right, is that I'm able to be spontaneous. I'm able to embrace spontaneity as something that feels safe when I'm traveling. But for some reason, when I'm at home and I am where I live in Hawaii, in my safe environment and in my routine that I have for myself, I am not as able to experience spontaneity and feel safe experiencing spontaneity and use that to propel me farther in my trauma recovery journey. So traveling helps me to remain curious and embrace spontaneity, which actually causes me to feel more confident in and of myself. And when we feel confident, when we feel confident in and of ourselves, then we actually heal faster, because when we build self-confidence, that helps us to trust our process and to trust ourselves and to get to know ourselves in a different way. So if I'm remaining curious and I'm able to embrace spontaneity, it's helping my recovery journey. So that's the positive, okay? So that's the first thing that I recognize about traveling, right? And healing my CPTSD symptoms that are a result of adverse childhood experiences. And so the second thing that I notice that is not such a positive thing, and that is that I don't make healthy choices, healthy food choices and healthy hydration choices, which affects my sleep. So what I'm noticing is that when I'm traveling, I tend to eat more junk food, like gas station pizza instead of a green smoothie. Or I will have like 2 cups of coffee instead of 1 cup of coffee. Or I will have candy when I normally am not a person that goes out and buys candy. Or I will eat donuts, and I'm not the type of person that normally eats donuts. So I'm not drinking as much water. So my water intake, Nicole says, well, there's nothing healthy out there. There are healthy choices, but I'm like not able in those moments to go, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have a salad. That's what I'll do. I'll have a salad. Like, I'm not doing that at all. I'm like, let's go to a drive-through. Let's get some coffee. Let's get some cinnamon bears from the gas station. Let's get some gas station pizza. Let's get some Hostess donuts. Let's get some beef jerky and some chips. And then let's just hit the road, shall we? Like, I'm not making healthy food choices, and I'm not hydrating. Let's talk about hydration. When we drink good amounts of water, I typically, just for me, when I'm in my element, like where I live, I will drink close to a gallon of water a day. And that helps me in a lot of ways. I feel like I have more energy, my body feels good, my skin is nice and, you know, dewy and soft, and I don't ever break out. When I travel, I break out, of course, and I am very, very dry on the mainland, like, because it's not as moist here. And when I don't drink a lot of water, I get headaches, and that keeps me from sleeping. So when I don't sleep well, I tend to be a little bit jumpy, like my startle reflex is very exaggerated, and that increases my PTSD symptoms. Like, I don't feel safe in my own body if I don't get enough rest, and that all stems from the unhealthy choices I'm making with my food and with my hydration. And so that's the second thing I notice about myself when I travel. So the third thing, and it's a positive thing, and what I want to do is I want to walk back to my car with you guys so we can just talk while I walk back to my car. How does that sound? Because I just came here to like use the restroom and find some light. It's going to get dark while we walk, but that's okay. So the third thing, and the last thing that I notice about myself when I travel as it pertains to my CPTSD symptoms is that I am much more likely to meet new people and be okay with meeting new people. It's not that I know all the people where I live. I don't know all the people where I live. I live on an island where there's like 150,000 residents, and then there's 1 million visitors a year. There's always someone new to meet. But guess what? I don't want to meet anybody. I'm like, leave me alone. I'm busy. Oh, there's a bus. Bus. So I don't want to meet any new people when I'm in my usual, hold on, I don't want to trip and fall. That would suck on live video, tripping and falling. It would be on like America's Funniest Home Videos, and it would not be very funny. So, yeah, I'm not as open to meeting new people when I'm at home where I live. But when I am Ah, that's nice. Okay, I'm here. I'm to my truck now. So when I'm traveling, I'm like all about it. I'm like, hi, how are you? Oh, hi everybody on the bus. Hello. Awkward. There's everything. Wave. So when I'm at home, I don't want to meet new people. And when I'm traveling, I am all about it. I'm walking into gas stations and I'm like, how are you doing today? How's your day going? And I'm like trying new like ways of communicating, and I feel very bold. And then something that I tell my trauma therapist often when I travel, I tell her, I'm like, you know what I notice about myself? When I travel, I don't feel, let me find the word. I don't feel other than, like, how do I say this? This is a bonus one, right? Because I already gave you the 3. So this is the bonus one. This is the 4th one. I feel like I'm just like everybody else. Like, I don't feel different. I don't feel like a special needs girl with PTSD who can't do things that other people can do. Like, I feel like alive, like fully alive, and like I'm not different. I'm not other than. Like, I fit in. Does that make sense? So anyway, that's my 3 things that I notice about myself when I travel as it pertains to my CPTSD journey, and then a 4th one, a bonus one. So I do feel like I'm not separate or other than, like I actually fit in. So anyway, I just wanted to pop on and record this quick video in a public place where I'm not all alone in some weird rest stop, right? I'm at a college where there was some sort of conference or like lecture going on. So I am going to continue driving. I won't make it for another 3 hours. So that will be a 12-hour driving day. But I'm embracing it, and I'm excited to be here. And I have a lunch tomorrow with a colleague that's a potential person that I want to talk to about maybe speaking at our self-care cruise, helping to come onto the self-care cruise and teach all of us how to take really good care of ourselves and take better care of ourselves so that we can heal faster and feel better. So leave me a comment below this video if you're watching a replay, and let me know things that you notice about yourself when you travel, or when is a time that you notice things about yourself that are different, like gains that you make, or ways that you show up in the world differently, or ways that you feel like you fit in and like you don't feel different than everybody else, like an outsider. Like, I don't feel like an outsider when I travel. I feel like I'm just like everybody else, and it's amazing. So anyway, that's all I really wanted to say, guys. Thanks for being here. We'll resume back to our scheduled live Q&A, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday, right here. Hashtag CPTSD chat. And I'll be back. I'm going to be traveling back to where I live in a couple of days. So, oh, if you're curious about Self-Care Cruise, go to selfcarecruise.com. And you can get all the information there. I haven't really announced. We only have like a couple of speakers that are announced. Like, I'm still looking for more. So thanks so much for allowing me to be in your life, and for you being in my life. I am really, really grateful to each of you. And I'm gonna get inside now because it's really cold. It's like 30-something degrees here. And I'm hoping that I make it in 3 hours so that I can sleep and rest. And I will see you all soon, okay? I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being a part of my life, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.